You spent years investing in building that relationship. You're not just gonna, I'm out, like...
Well, she did.
But yes, physically, yes.
Yeah.
Her dad, drama and the problem with the customers that come in and are scamming him for tons of money, and he doesn't want to let his family know because he's like, if I can't take care of this, like, I can't take care of you.
MoEum DanHo. I just don't care about them. Are you stupid? Or if he's, like, secretly a serial killer. Because at this point, I really don't know what this show is going to throw at us.
Welcome to the KDrama Show with Ashley and Kim.
That's Ashley.
That's Kim. We're here to recap and relive our favorite moments of episodes 5 through 10 of Love Next Door with you, our listeners.
We're going to jump right in. So before you listen to this episode of our podcast, make sure you have watched episodes 5 through 10. But without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Welcome to the KDrama Show. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kim.
We're here to unpack your all-time favorite Korean dramas and chat about all the reasons that we find these shows so charming.
And so addictive. And we know you do too, so settle in with some ramen and a boba tea while we dive into the KDrama Show with Ashley and Kim.
Make sure you are following us on Instagram at the KDrama Show. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Drop a note, say hi. That's all I got.
Do we want to start out with the relationships?
Sure.
Okay. Let's get my least favorite one out of the way. MoEum DanHo. That's probably a hot take.
I say, please. I need to know why they're your least favorite, other than it's barely explored.
I just don't care about them.
Okay.
There's so much happening with the main storyline in the way of, like, plot points upon plot points, that I'm like, a side character, a side quest just feels like too much. In an already convoluted plot, like, I don't need more. I need you to take some away.
Please stop stressing me out.
I don't know. Maybe I won't hate them in the next 6 episodes, but for now, I just don't care.
Okay, fair.
How about you?
As it is my rewatch, I think they're entertaining, at the very least.
Sure.
More of the comedic relief. Not that our main 2 aren't absolutely hilarious, because they are. But it's just something, like, to take away from the excessive drama that
And it is
the rest
excessive.
of the story has.
I mean, it's excessive. There's so much that happened in these 6 episodes.
Yes.
I almost don't know where they're going to go from here.
Fair enough.
Let's do TaeHee and SeungHyo. Wait, what did I say? TaeHee and SeungHyo.
I was really confused who was.
SeungHyo was from, wasn't that from Gyeongsang Creature? Wasn't that the name of the...
I'm going to be completely honest, I do not remember at this point.
Now I have to look it up. SeungHyo
SeungHyo, okay.
was the name of...
Yeah, in the 2nd season. That's a fun dynamic of... because they are exes, and he's just like, I'm tolerating you because my partner here at the firm said, yes, take him and use him, make sure you return him for a project.
Yeah.
And her intention isn't necessarily like, I want you back. It's, I need your help because you are the most talented person in this field that I'm looking for. I know how you work. I know that we can work well together. And maybe if sparks fly again, I'm not going to be opposed to that, because you could at least pretend to date me if you want to make somebody jealous.
See,
kind of doesn't go well, but
I felt like it was the other way around. I felt like she wanted him back, and that she used his talents as an excuse. But as famous as they made her seem, it seemed like she could have gotten anybody she wanted. So I feel like she chose him because she was hoping. But then once she realized, she was like, all right, I'll bow out gracefully, and I'll be your wingman.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, like you said, goes poorly, but everything is going poorly for him. He cannot catch a break.
I enjoy her as a character, though.
Yeah, I think
she's
well
very,
done.
very entertaining.
Yeah. She's very, what's her name? the friend in Business Proposal.
Youngso?
Yeah, just kind of like knows what she wants and goes for it.
Mm-hmm.
And is very clear about her intentions and
but then is
takes it
also
all in
like,
stride.
yeah, taking it in stride and just being like, you know what? Because I love the conversation that they have of her telling him about, you know, I never know what one of my pots that I make, I never know how it's going to turn out.
Mm-hmm.
I always hope it's going to turn out. You can put all the love and the work and everything into it, but until it goes through that fire, I don't know how it's going to hold up.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy the conversation when she tells him, you have to put yourself through the fire. Otherwise, you're never going to know what your outcome is going to be. And I was like, you're right.
I don't like it, but you're right.
Shut up.
Why a fire? Why can't it be like a hot tub? Can it be the hot tub of refining? with the neck massage and the
be so
mojito.
nice.
The mojito of refining.
Please?
Yeah, they dance around a ton of misunderstandings
Mm-hmm.
between the love triangle between the three of them. And honestly, I'm kind of like, good, feel the pain. Because I hate your storyline.
It's not enjoyable for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I must be in a weird place with my appreciation for romance dramas, because I'm like, are you stupid? Like, why are you... You're supposedly this heavy hitter from this Fortune 500 company and you're supposed to be so smart.
And you're the dumbest person
You're
I've
just
ever seen.
Well, you just have zero, emotional IQ here, which can't be true because you don't climb ladders unless you key into, social cues well.
Right.
And she just doesn't.
Or
She's
she just doesn't care.
That too, but again, you have to brown nose your way up to...
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it's fine.
See, I think I hit that pretty quickly into watching Korean dramas, or even C-dramas. I think it was the first maybe a couple years I started watching. I was like, I can't. And now I just got to the point where I'm like, you know what? It's just gonna make me cringe and be like the whole time, but I just have to get through it so I can get to the good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We're more than halfway through, and I'm like, I'll just keep watching. It'll be fine.
Yes.
Again, I'm just in a weird place with romance dramas right now.
You need more of the psychological.
Yeah, apparently I'm in a killer mood. I do not mean that literally. FBI, CIA, please take me off of your red list.
I know that I've been on it for a long time. It's fine.
Yeah,
the amount of true crime drama, dramas and docus and podcasts that is my constant.
But the other half of that coin would be SeokRyu and HyeonJun. Right? That's his name?
Oh, yeah, the ex-fiancé?
Yeah.
Yes. How did you feel about the initial introduction to him?
It felt unnecessary. There's already so much crap happening. Why?
You had to know it was coming, though.
I mean, yeah, we did need to resolve. I didn't know how they were going to, if it was just going to be this is what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of surprised that they actually brought him in to be a character in, that capacity, to actually be a reoccurring character for a few episodes. I don't know. I feel like he was kind of a glutton for punishment, just knowing who she was by returning.
Yeah.
Because she is not someone who ever goes backwards. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for him to show up and be like, I'm from the past, and nothing's really changed, but hey, do you want me back? I think he was just asking for heartbreak.
Yeah. I think it was it was just desperate attempts.
Yeah. And she doesn't like that. She's not about that.
No. Well, and we finally get to see how their relationship started, kind of they had a good relationship. Mm-hmm. It wasn't one was, emotionally abusive or physically, there was nothing like that. They were supportive of each other, and he was there for her in literally her worst moments until he wasn't. And that was her, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I am at my rock bottom, and I'm asking you to help me with it. And for him to get upset, which, not saying that he didn't have big emotions and he just needed a place for them to go.
Mm-hmm.
So putting them on her was not
helpful.
The right move. But she also kind of forced him into that. So, like, they had...
She's sort of sabotagey.
Oh, completely. Completely.
Yeah.
And so, they're when you finally get the behind of their relationship, you can't help but kind of feel bad for the guy of, like...
Yeah.
You did
be
pour,
the one that got away.
Well, and like, you poured everything into that with, you know, her having a life-altering diagnosis and the recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just gets to the point and she's like, we're done.
Bye.
Peace.
Yeah.
But he was just annoying, in my opinion. When he got there, she literally is begging him, go home.
Away.
Go back to the States. Do not contact my parents. Do not talk to me. I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I left for a reason.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to DanHo and SeungHyo. I said SeungHyo again. I had to really think about that one. The mental gymnastics, people. Their little bromance that they have going now.
Do you like, dislike, unsure? You just don't care.
I'm still weirded out by him. I still feel like he's a little bit of a stalker. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just trying to decide if he's like some secret son.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the rift that happened between his parents, that they don't talk to each other now and they don't eat breakfast together and they just hate each other's guts. Or if he's like secretly a serial killer. Because at this point, I really don't know what this show is going to throw at us. We've hit so many tropes already. I would totally believe that he was there to kill everybody. It's fine.
We haven't had a Kim's Unhinged Theories segment in
Not
a
a
hot
while.
minute. I'm loving it so much.
My theories are going to be a little more unhinged than usual today.
That's fine. I enjoy the bromance because poor SeungHyo he hasn't had, like, a friend that was a guy friend to be, like, unrelated to all of it, that he didn't, you know, like, work with, or so he has, like, an outlet to be like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm going to tell you it's a story about my friend who... My friend has feelings for his friend, and, like, just this whole...
And he's like, let me tell you about this swimmer that I used to know.
Right.
Yeah, maybe I'll like them a little bit more. I think they need to expand upon it more. Because we really only just got a taste of it. But I didn't mind what I saw. But again, I just think that there is more to it. Because why do you take that picture of them when they were young? Because you don't just, like, take pictures of people. Especially not in Korea, where it's actually kind of, like, illegal.
Like a really big deal.
Yeah. And then, too... he's, like, talking like he knows you. Like, he's talking like he's an old friend. It kind of reminds me of season 2 of Kyungsung Creature when, at House of Golden Treasure, which wasn't House of Golden Treasure yet, when the guy who was helping him sleuth around would talk to him like he knows something.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't want to let on. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I get the same vibe. Like, he knows more than he's letting on. Anyway, we can move on. Let's talk about SeokRyu and SeokRyu.
SeokRyu?
Holy crap.
Did I say that right?
I don't really know anymore today. And
SeokRyu?
her family.
They're so chaotic. It's insane.
I get, like, stressed thinking about her family situation. It's not even real. Like, her family is a hot mess.
Because you can see how much love they have for each other.
Do they?
They do. And, like, the example of her dad.
Yeah.
And the drama and the problem with the customers that come in and are scamming him basically, for tons of money, and he doesn't want to let his family know because he's like, if I can't take care of this, like, I can't take care of you, and so I don't want to burden you with this problem. Like, I can't do that. And eventually when the wife calms down, and Misuk is cuckoo bananas.
Yeah, well, she thinks he's having an affair.
Yeah, goes very crazy. Often.
She is crazy.
Often. But I do enjoy the moment.
She is like, she is the equivalent of, what's her Beckett from Dr. Slump? Help me.
The mom?
Yeah.
Wilson?
Yeah, she is like her without the redeeming qualities. I have yet to see the redeeming qualities from her.
No, she's crazy. Does
it get better, or am I gonna hate her by the end?
She gets better.
Because I hate her right now.
Oh yeah, she's
insufferable.
Terrible. She's insufferable.
She's so mean.
I do enjoy the moment where she tells her husband, like, we are in this together.
Yeah.
Like, if we're going to go down, like, you're gonna go, I'm not gonna leave you alone. Like, we made commitments to always be there. So I did enjoy that she was like, yeah, I may have tried to beat you with my drumstick. Don't hit people.
Unless they hit you first.
Different topic for a different day. But yeah, she's a lot. Especially with, like, her treatment of, like, her insane treatment between her kids.
Yeah, it's so unequal. It's so, I don't...
Because SeokRyu even calls her out on it, and she's like, when are you going to treat him like a grown-up? You've done nothing but baby him. He's done nothing. You let him do whatever he pleases.
Stay at home, sleep in all the time.
He takes your money all the time. He is not doing anything. He's like, and so I feel like I have all the pressure.
She tries to play it off like she's like, I know what your potential is and what his potential is, and you're different people, and I would never expect this of him. But then it's like, okay, but
well, because she tells him, she's like, yeah, you know, your brother was sick, and she goes, yeah, but he didn't die. He didn't need surgery for having a hole in his heart.
I almost died in the back of her mind.
Right. She's like, I literally, like, I had to have surgery because I could have died.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I'm told that I am a terrible daughter and I need to go back. You don't want me. Like,
I think that some of her motivation for probably not talking about her diagnosis is exactly that. She's waiting for acceptance from her family before the pity. She doesn't want the pity. She's like, can you just, like, take me as I am?
Can you just let me rest?
And not shoo me away to
Can you just let me be myself?
To be your social status? Like, it's... Anyway. Yeah. They're all psycho. Changed my mind.
I'm honestly to knock my microphone out. I'm not going to do that because I'm 100% with
and
you.
She's just as psycho. Let's be real about it. But
she's crazy.
It goes to show you why she has so many commitment issues when it comes to admitting her feelings or, like, being willing to meet SeungHyo halfway.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I have enough of my own crazy. I can't handle a real relationship right now.
That's why she's begged, just be my friend. Just let me have and reminisce the old times because I literally cannot do anything else.
And she is also semi in love with her ex-fiancé.
Which is fair. You spent years investing in building that relationship. You were planning on
spending your life
your life with this person. Like, you're not just gonna, I'm out, like...
Well, she did.
But yes. Physically, yes.
Yeah,
physically, yes. But emotionally, she's like, I can't. I don't know how.
Are there any other relationships you wanted to touch on, or do you want to get into plot?
Let's just get into plot, because then the relationship between SeungHyo and SeokRyu will just kind of, like...
Yeah.
Fall into that.
Okay, so let's talk first about SeokRyu's dream. Where the heck did that come from? It's so out of left field.
Do you think so?
Yeah. There was nothing in the 6 episodes leading up to that moment that led me to believe she cared about cooking. Maybe, like, one I can think of.
Well, episode 5 is when she cooks for...
her friends.
Well, yeah, for them for the first time. And that's when SeungHyo's like, I've never seen her eyes like that, of like, they are bright and shiny, and why are, like, because she wants feedback. Tell me, like, let me know how this tastes, because I enjoy doing this. And he's just like, what are you doing? I'm very, like, who is this person looking at me right now?
Yeah.
Because I've
She's
never
smiling.
seen that person before. It's a very strange experience.
It's happy. Why is it happy? It's never been happy.
I've always just seen screaming and let me do this and you're following me around. Like,
yeah.
So I think it was a fast development for it not being put in the first 4 episodes all that much.
Yeah.
I mean, there was, what was episode 1 when she's making pajan and she tells him, like, you don't even know what I like to do. Like, you don't know anything.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's been a while since I've watched the first few episodes.
Which is also fair.
I just feel like they were like, yeah, she's really good at techie stuff. By the way, she's like a world-class cook.
She's amazing.
She can do it all.
Well, then she looks back at her old YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Of cooking, of being like, this is comforting for me. This is like I feel like I can unwind doing this. But it was a very fast progression. I will agree.
I don't know. If I just felt like it could have been done better. Like, more smoothly. I don't know.
Rather than episode 5. She wants to cook.
Yeah, kind of.
That really hurt my hand.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You can tell I don't hit anybody because that really freaking hurt.
I just, yeah, you can hurt people in different ways.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of it, is my hands are already exhausted from the week of massage that I've had.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, they haven't told us much about her other than she just kind of lives in this out-of-touch sort of sense. She's currently in her lazy girl era, like...
I want to go to one.
And then in 3 episodes, we're like, oh, she's super deep. She still loves her ex-fiancé. She's a really good cook. And she also had cancer. And also, like all this stuff. But on this, I will give you this. People like that cover up everything so well.
I say that, I kind of feel like that matches her character super well, though, of like...
You don't really see what's below the surface because she's always, like, making jokes.
And, because, yeah, she doesn't want anyone to go beneath that unless it's somebody she's already let in. And even then, there's other layers that she's like,
And if we go further down that road, like, I guess, given the family that she lives in, it would be hard to survive without having that sort of personality. Like, just letting everything sort of fall off as I rip my bra off my shoulder. But just sort of letting everything roll off your back. But the one person who doesn't let her get away with it is SeungHyo.
Yeah.
Because he sees past all of it.
Because, again, he's known her for their whole lives.
Yeah. Which, anyway. Okay, so I'll jump off that.
I say, well, part of, with her dream of her family's response.
Yikes.
Is wild.
Yeah, it's bad. And they're, like, encouraging... Is it Dajin?
Dongjin?
Dongjin,
yeah.
They're, like, encouraging his dream of being, like, a...
personal trainer.
Yeah, like a social media
influencer. Let me give you money. You
what
don't have
Korean
money.
parent is okay with their kid doing that?
I mean, in general, what parent typically is okay with that? Period.
Yeah, exactly. My mom and I talked about it today.
Did you?
Yeah, she was like, I think you'd be really good at podcasting. I was like, thanks, Mom.
Almost 2 years?
She was like, you're really good at, like, pulling words out and, like, being really, like, knowing the right thing to say. And I was like, articulate? It was, like, the irony.
And you're like, Mom, have you ever listened to an episode where I'm describing something and Ashley's staring at me going, what?
That happens too much. Anyway.
So much fun. Her dad, his response was even a bit on the more insane side. And he's like...
He is that.
Yeah. Well, and he's, I would say, but I'm saying this with a lot of salt here, he is the most mellow one in the family.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can do whatever it is you want to do, but you cannot cook.
I think that is coming from a place of, I have worked my whole life to give you a leg up in the world, and you're going to come back down to my level. I think that was his frustration.
Right.
Her mom is so worried about the status competition.
And her brother just is...
a twerpy little brother.
A twerp.
Yeah. I think that those are the two different positions. One is saying, I worked hard for you, go be something more than me.
Right.
The other one's saying,
how dare you?
How dare you make me look bad at the end of the day. So
her dad's was a little more understandable.
But they're both still...
It was still wild. And then SeungHyo just being like...
Y'all need to chill.
Can you guys calm down?
Yeah.
Like, it's... But even Misuk's response to SeungHyo of like, you knew about this and you were conspiring against me? Like...
It's not about you, lady.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
That's just it. She's the victim in everything. And she's kind of a manipulative parent in that way.
Kind of.
Like narcissists
completely
always believe that they're the victim.
That is true.
And so for her to just be like, how dare you make me look bad, is just... I don't know. Anyway, I hate her.
You also were the one who was beating him because he was protecting your daughter in the middle of the street when she admitted she came home and didn't have a job or fiance anymore. You did make the spectacle in the street, so that was on you.
You are the spectacle.
Yeah, she's a wild character.
Let's move on to the scam, the YouTube scam. It kind of had a weird vibe at first. Like, you knew something was off when he was having that interaction with the customers at first. Because why would we care that they're
coming in this shop at all
if it wasn't going to go badly?
Right.
And then they go a wild route with it, making it seem like he's cheating on his wife, and she's finding, like, receipts in his...
Having the scene where SeungHyo sees him with another woman, and she's calling him oppa, and, like, come home with me.
And they're touching.
Yeah. And he's just looking at him, and he's like, you're basically, like, my second dad, and... But
he takes the time to figure out what's happening. He doesn't just go tell everybody.
Right. I appreciated his grown-up approach of...
He's the only grown-up in the bunch.
Oh, yeah.
Even in his parents.
Even in his ridiculousness of his relationship with SeokRyu, and he's a total child.
Yeah.
Because...
Feelings, what are those?
Feelings. But he is the only grown-up in majority of this show.
Yeah. He's the only reason I keep watching. Otherwise, I'd be like, Ashley, I can't do this. I cannot handle...
He is the reason I've watched many shows and stuck with it, because he is...
Yeah.
Fabulous.
I'll have to watch some of his other stuff. Maybe things that I don't find so offensive.
Fair enough.
I'll get through the show. It'll be okay.
You'll be fine.
I'm sure I'll find some charm with it by the end.
You will. But yeah, his approach to sit outside and wait for him to come home and be like...
Subtlety.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can we talk for a minute? Like, what's going on here?
Yep.
And I'm not going to do anything because you've asked me not to.
But you'd better do something.
But yeah, let's make sure that's addressed.
Yeah.
In some form.
Because he brings him home drunk, doesn't he?
They both get drunk together.
That's what it is, yeah. And so he brings him in, and then the wife starts to lose it on him. And she's like, I know what you've been doing, basically. And then SeungHyo is just like, okay, it's time. It's like come to Jesus time. We got to talk about...
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
What's going on.
When he finds out what's going on, they get drunk together. And... Because then the next day... After he hurts himself, his dad in the hospital is like, don't drink with him. He has really bad drinking habits. Okay.
Oh, clearly.
Kettle and pot here.
Well, yeah. That's true. I forgot about that, yeah.
But yeah, it was a weird direction.
Who?
With the scam and making it look like an affair and...
Yeah, but I really enjoyed the way that it resolved.
Oh, yeah.
That was so satisfying. And I love that SeungHyo brings DanHo into it too. He's like, yeah, I'm doing a story on people who scam business owners. We have footage of you there and there and there.
Oh yeah,
Just
and
been
having the
punked."
projector and it just being on the wall. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh wait, watch, this gets really good.
That was amazing. But then their pathetic attempt to like catch them.
I mean, like if you and I tried to catch that.
They needed Mirai to run down their bad guys.
Yeah.
But I think one of them, like, doesn't he, like, run into, like, a light pole or something?
Yeah, the one that DanHo is chasing.
And he just, like, stays
Because he's like, hey! And the guy turns around and just, boom!
Yeah.
He goes,
Yeah.
watch out.
Yeah, and then the other one runs into SeokRyu or something at a stoplight. And then she, like, he hits her, doesn't he?
She starts hitting him with her purse. And, he ends up, like, shoving her. And it hits her, so she, like, gets a bloody nose.
Then Dongjin shows up. And he's like, oh, you're the one who is scamming my dad. And he just, like, lays him out, doesn't he? Or does he just make him sit down? I don't remember.
No, I think he lays him out.
Yeah.
But SeokRyu to be like, keep our family's honor.
What honor? You guys are all crazy. DanHo has a kid. I kind of saw that one coming from a ways away.
Yeah.
As soon as they made Mom meet her in the same place that she had run into DanHo, it's like obviously
A connection of
Yeah.
some kind. Yeah.
I'm looking for a 4-leaf clover for a girl. Well, is she like 8 years old?
Really cute. Pigtails most of the time.
Share your last name, or first name, I guess, technically. It's kind of weird. Like, what happened with the mom?
I think you're gonna...
Is there more to it?
There's more to it, yeah.
Okay.
Especially the last 6 episodes, you'll get more background.
Okay, because for now, I'm not, like, really buying into it.
Mm-hmm.
That he didn't, like, kill his wife and stash her body in a wall somewhere. He gives me serial killer vibes, dude. I don't know what it is. A little too clean cut for this show. Also, sort of a semi-stalker when it comes to mom.
Not intentional, though.
Yeah. Not the whole time, at least.
There might be a couple
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're gonna have it so tangled up in your ring that you're just gonna be like, crap.
I have a rubber band ring now. There's probably a market for that.
Probably.
Okay. The first meal. The gift of the first meal from SeokRyu's cooking class.
Yes.
A lot happens in the span of, like, 15 minutes of watching there. Because that is when she's like, here, I've been going to cooking class. I wanted you to be the first one to eat the food that I made from the class. I even went out of my way to make your favorite dish from your childhood. I remember you liked it. And he's just like, you need to leave.
We have boundaries here. We're grown-ups. Stop living in the past.
He had been trying to draw that line for a while. And she's like, maybe I can amend things by making him this dish. And he's just like, no, I'm not eating it. Goodbye.
Like, leave me alone.
Yeah. And then she finally puts her foot down and she's like, excuse you, I'm staying whether you like it or not. We have been through too much life together and you don't get to just tell me to go away. And then he finally, I think this, like, bridges 2 episodes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's finally like, all right, here's the deal. And then around the corner comes the ex-fiancé.
Well, yeah, because he's...
Like, what?
They're next door neighbors. Like, you can't avoid each other because it's just...
And they're not just neighbors, they're friends.
Yeah,
They truly have
basically,
gone through life.
He lived in their house for most of their
siblings.
childhood. Right. And so he finally gets fed up and turns around and is like, okay, fine, I'm going to say it. And then that's when HyeonJun shows up and...
ruins everything.
And
for, like, the next 2 episodes.
SeungHyo's like, we were in the middle of a conversation here. Like,
who do you think you are?
You can kindly go on your way. And he's, like, trying to be, like, sociable with SeungHyo. And he's like, why would I want to talk to you? Like, she doesn't want you.
Yeah.
Like, in her life. Door, go through it, leave.
You know that sidewalk you just walked down? Maybe walk back up it. And then it just devolves. Their whole... I don't know. It's fine.
He leaves, and then everything... Actually, with him being there, though, without him there, I feel like the discovery of, I guess, is this your next
Yeah.
plot point of...
Let's talk about the ex-fiance first before we get into the
Well, because I was just
diagnosis.
saying, without him, that wouldn't have come out the way that it did, I don't think, because she would have happily buried that
But
longer.
she still got sick. She still collapsed.
Right, she still collapsed. But he's the one that knows.
Why?
The audacity. That is why.
Well, like, why was the mom
Pushing?
so excited to, like, get them back together?
Status.
Yeah.
Because she is like...
I can't stand her.
Dude, she is insufferable.
Yeah.
Truly. Of, like, texting him, willing to meet with him, making up her daughter and shoving her out the door to be like, you need to wear a dress. You need to put on makeup. And she's like, why? Why?
Imagine if she could see, like, 3 feet in front of her face and realize that she could put the competition to rest if SeungHyo and her daughter got married. And then it's like, anything that either one does well, you either have a daughter that did something well or a son-in-law that did something well.
I do appreciate SeokRyu's dad throughout this, though, where he's like, why are you speaking to him? Stop talking to him. He is not her fiance anymore.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I'd be okay if she, went back to the States. And he goes, no,
Well, we
I
know
want
that.
her
You've
to
been
stay.
trying to get rid of her this whole time, woman. You don't love your daughter. Not as much as you
Not
love
in a
yourself.
healthy way.
But I think we finally get some semblance of, like, honesty from SeungHyo. I almost said SeungHyo. SeungHyo, because of the return of the fiance.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he was a plot mover,
Annoying one,
for better or for worse.
but
So I think it just gave him the push he needed to realize, like, there's other dudes out there that want this girl, and if you don't move now,
you're gonna lose it.
she's gonna be gone. Let's go into his confession. Only took 7 episodes. Like, it's fine.
So, is the dumpling not in there anymore? The stress dumpling?
The dumpling met an untimely demise. Somebody stretched it, and then its guts went all over my floor. I thought I told you that.
You
Happened
might
like a year ago.
That I think I have, because there was 2 of them that came in the pack. I'll see if I can find mine.
I'll see if I can put it on a higher shelf. So the confession.
They were going to lunch for something was business related, and they're like, we're already going to be at this area. We're just going to go.
And
get
then
lunch. And then they run into them.
Yeah. Okay. He is like, he cannot handle it. Like,
he is losing his ever loving mind.
This is the breaking point for him, where he's like, I don't like that. That needs to end right now. And so,
well, in the ex-fiancés,
he's very pushy.
He's so annoying because he can see how uncomfortable SeokRyu is, and he doesn't care. So it's almost the opposite effect of TaeHee, of she's just like choosing to be unaware, whereas he doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going, nah, I can make you come back to these feelings. Which is also a wild assumption. My guy.
To be fair, I do kind of understand his position.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, in a traditional relationship, yeah, the guy pursues the girl.
Right.
And he knows that she loves him, at least in recent history. And so he's probably just like, I can wear her down. But I don't know.
But she's told him, like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, please stop.
Yeah. There comes a point where it's not okay anymore.
And because I think even before they go to dinner, she's like, I want you to stop. I want you.
Yeah. I'm not playing coy. I'm being earnest here. Like,
and so yeah, that lunch, you could just, for SeungHyo, he's just like,
the line, I have drawn it. With his little toe. Whoop. Don't cross this line.
Classic forever.
But yeah, this pulls a confession out of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally like,
I can't let you, I can't.
he goes and sees her
wait.
at like the tteokbokki shop. Tteokbokki shop. That was hard.
Mhm.
Anyway, she's practicing her cooking at her dad's shop.
Right.
And he's just like, I like you.
When I said you drive me crazy, it's because I'm in love with you.
It was a good thing. And she's just like, I beg your finest pardon.
Then touch of boiling hot.
Burns herself. Yeah, I know. And then
That's something I feel like you or I would totally do. Would be like, what? Oh, crap.
I did that the other day. What did I grab off the
Oh, no.
stove? It was really hot. I think it was my Dutch oven.
Kim.
Yeah, I had taken it out of the oven, and then I didn't have hot pads on, and I just grabbed it, and I was like, whoa, that didn't feel real good.
That hurt.
That was, anyway. I'm sorry, I'll put this away.
Oh, it wasn't bothering me. I'm just watching you do this constantly.
Oh, man, I don't know what's happening.
I think of all the confessions we've ever seen, it was a cute one. It wasn't like an obnoxious one that, you can see in dramas where it's like almost aggressive.
Yeah.
Where it's like, how dare you not understand that I like you? Because there's definitely
Yeah.
been dramas where you're just like,
What's wrong with Secretary Kim?
wow, my guy, I will let you date me. Like, okay. So I would say it was one of the cuter confessions of just like,
It was cute because of who he is.
yes.
Because he's held back for literal decades.
Right.
And then for him to just like, bleh,
You're
you're like, all right, we'll tolerate it this time.
Right. But her response of just being like, wait, what?
This is such a shock.
Kinda, because she's been gone for years.
And she's woefully and willingly blind to the fact that this man is head over heels
Because
for her.
she can't handle it, which is,
A super eligible bachelor who's successful and has recognition and is still single. But he still wants to
Interesting.
spend all his time with you.
and it's not just because you've known each other since you were,
You're not nice to him.
you guys yell at each other constantly.
But they don't really get an answer because of like the whole situation with the burning, and so like they're agonizing over it that night. But then the next day, I think it is, they're like, all right, so here's the dealio. There's an expiration on this confession,
Yes.
and it's gonna match something in this convenience store, and they choose like
Like, yeah, a little thing of milk.
yeah.
Which was very, like, on point for their relationship. Of just the
We're
familiarity.
not mature enough to
Right. Which I think was a good thing for him to be like, we're going to choose a date. Because
yeah.
I'm not making you, he's like, I know you have a lot on your plate. I know you have a lot going on. So I'm not going to make you deal with this, like, today. But I want you to, I really want you to think about this, and we'll give you a timeline so you have enough time to actually think about it and not just.
Well, and it gives him parameters to not have to agonize over how long this might take.
Right.
He knows if I can hang in there for however many, like 10 days, 11 days,
Something like that, yeah.
then we'll be okay.
Right. An answer will happen, and.
I'll live.
Or not.
Or, at least I know when to buy the ice cream for the rejection.
Right.
Let's go on to the stomach cancer diagnosis.
Did you see that coming at all?
No, my first bullet point said, what? And then it said, why did her parents not know? And then it said, why did she not tell her friends? And then it said, why did she ask HyeonJun to take her to the hospital?
Yes, in order.
No. It makes sense. Just if you're going to be that highly stressed all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Stomach cancer would make sense for her.
Well, yeah, you're not sleeping properly or eating properly. You're constantly stressed. You're constantly
Your
at
parents
work.
hate you.
Right, you haven't been home.
Yeah.
Like,
New food.
and so like, for her to come home, that would be, like, episode 1 where they go to the tteokbokki shop, and she's, like, standing up, and she's like, I can't eat this. Like, this is too hot. And it was basically her out of not having to eat it because she's like, I know I can't stomach this very well. Literally. That was not an intentional pun, but yay me. Coffee, dude. It is like...
But yay me.
If you could see, like, how I envision my brain right now, it's like a pinball. And the ball just... like, I... Focusing is really hard right now.
It's really funny.
But even, like, asking for the non-alcoholic beer and wanting juice, like...
There were hints.
There were hints, but they were never big enough for anybody to be like...
red flag.
What's going on? I think, like, you can see her logic of, like, when she's in the States and Hyungjun's like, you should probably call your mom. You need to let your mom know what's going on. And when she does make the phone call, she's like, I can't. Like, to herself, she's like, I will tell them when I get better. Like, I don't want them to worry. I don't know how to handle, like, their reactions.
Yeah.
Because I know what they're going to be.
Too much.
And I can't handle them anyway, but, like, I can't handle this extreme version that I know is going to happen.
Yeah.
Which, to an extent, you can be like, okay, I can sympathize with that. But then the other part is when she's finally, you know, when SeungHyo is found out and he's like, that's how little I meant to you? You couldn't even tell me? Like, and he pulls that same card of, like, we have known each other for too long. We've been friends for so long. You can't just not
tell people.
Tell me that. Like, and he's now going through this grieving process, like, and within minutes, her mom finding out, and then her whole family going through the grieving process. And for her to be like, you know, like, in her mind being like, I wanted to tell him so bad. You have no idea how much, you know, I agonized over the decision to not tell you. And for me, I was going, when something bad happens, I immediately call my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if my mom's going to have a overdramatic reaction. I want my mom.
Yeah.
Or my sister.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, I have my people. I'm like, I can call you.
Yep.
And if you tell these other people, like, I know I have...
Where I literally thought my dog was dying the other day, and I called my mom, and she showed up, and by the time she got there, he was fine. I was like, sorry.
But we need... So, yeah, there was the other part of me, I'm like, I don't understand how you couldn't involve
But she's
your
never
people,
been able to rely on anyone.
Right.
Because they've always used her.
Yeah.
And
Except for SeungHyo. So that was the one that I was like...
Yes, but she doesn't think she has that kind of relationship with him.
True. I guess that's fair.
He's viewing it from the love of his life, chose not to share something with him, and she's just like, yeah, I don't call my childhood best friend and tell him everything, especially if I'm not willing to tell my parents. And plus, she had a fiance. You know what I mean?
Right. Well,
So-
who was also encouraging her to
Tell her mom. Yeah. But I mean, you wouldn't go to the childhood friend when you had a fiance.
Right. But even, like, her best friend of MoEum, like, you wouldn't call your best friend and be like, hey.
So in some ways, though, like, I've seen people walk through terminal diagnoses, and they're like, I don't want to be treated like,
I'm fragile and falling apart.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So I kind of understand that from that perspective. Now, if it were me that had something kept from me, I would feel very offended too. But I do understand that some people want to go out with how they view dignity, you know.
Right.
It can be different. And again, just knowing her family, their sympathy would not have been helpful for her recovery process. So I kind of get it. But she should have said something as soon as she got home.
And it had been 3 years since everything had happened, which is also crazy that you held on to that for
What's crazier is she decided to go through the American medical system to treat her cancer instead of Korean. Because that's expensive.
Yeah.
But she probably had a really good plan.
Better than what we have. Different topic for another day.
Different topic for never. I never want to talk about it again.
That's fair.
But her mom's response was at first really, like, sympathetic, and then she was like, oh, 3 years ago? Yeah, I hate you again.
Which, yeah, I mean,
I'm
but again,
pissed.
again, her mom is not stable.
No, she's not a very nurturing human being. Let's just put it
Her
that way.
dad, I think I liked her dad's response best of immediate denial, because that would be
Your little girl.
that's your little girl of no. And then as he's processing it, he does get upset of like, you could have called us, you could have let us know, one of us would have gone over, or you could have come home like that.
Right.
But then her mom, being her mom, goes off, whatever. But her dad stopping and going, are you okay now?
Yeah.
Like, he recognizes, I need to check in, and this is more important than the fact that this has already happened. I can't do anything about this, but I can do something about the now.
Mm-hmm.
So of even being like, the next time you go in, I'm going with you.
Yeah.
Like, you're not alone in this, and I'm not going to let you be alone because
Yeah.
you're in my house.
And it's the difference between a father who's actually concerned about the well-being and future of his daughter
Mm-hmm.
and a mom who's concerned about the perception of who her family is.
Yeah.
It makes me think she came from, like, money or something and married down. I'm putting quotes around down.
I don't remember. I don't know if that's ever...
But just
Right,
the
but-
obsession she has with status, I don't know. She annoys me. That's all. We already know. It's fine.
We have some pretty strong feelings.
Let's talk about the mud flat shirt.
Of your two favorite people?
Of my two favorite characters of the whole show.
I thought the discovery for them to find
That was
out
funny.
was beautiful.
It was funny. I'll give you that.
Because he's sitting there going, oh no.
I just realized what I've done.
And I'm wearing the shirt.
Yeah, yep.
So when she says that, her,
Ideal
type and has, like, a hero has a shirt that says, I love the mud flats. And when he slams on the brake and it's the back of his shirt, and because he's just like, oh. And
Both excited and feeling a little awkward about the whole thing.
I would say more than awkward, of just kind of like, I wish I wouldn't have worn this shirt today.
Things were going so well for a minute there.
And then even just her of just like, well, I just shoved my foot down my throat there.
How do we recover from this? We don't.
But then him coming up with this story idea of going out and experiencing different things and writing an article on it and joining her team specifically as a paramedic and helping, and the team dinner where her coworkers are like, her type, this guy was wearing this shirt and she's going,
Stop it.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Hey, she's the one who went on and on about it, so what are they supposed to do?
I just love her, both of them just dropping their chopsticks and being like, yeah, we've already discovered this. Because they're going, man, I should have, looked at the license plates to see if I could find the guy for her.
Yeah.
That was
Too
amazing.
late. She doesn't need the help. She's good.
They are next door neighbors, in fact.
Love next door. Let's talk about the proposal. Hyunjun.
Yes.
He proposes again.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because he wants her to come back to California.
I thought it was New York. I thought they lived in New York.
They live in California. They talk about going on vacation to New York.
Okay, my bad. Anyway, he asks her to marry him again.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of make us think that maybe she's gonna do it. And you're like, well...
Highly deceptive.
Well, that seems out of character.
Mm-hmm. I would say it's not overly shocking because that's why he showed up in the first place, was I want you to come back home with me. Despite the fact that I know you as a person and know that you don't want to go back, but I'm going to give it the groveling old college try. Because, yeah, he's basically trying to tell her, like, look, I know you want to do cooking. Here's all these brochures for cooking school. It's nearby. Like, you can do this. You'll get all the certifications and training that you need. But then also, like, I'm going to re-propose to you in the way I proposed to you the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't love that. That's kind of tacky. But then to be like, we have love. All we have to do is just pick it back up. No. I don't like how they really, it was a deceptive move of leaving it, of her trying on the ring and looking up, and then you just cut to like 15 minutes of something else, and then suddenly you're getting a flashback of her turning him down. Didn't love that.
I don't know. Realistically, do you think, like, in a real life scenario like that someone would have just been like, yeah?
Maybe. I'm sure, I think it would depend on the situation, and if it was really just like I needed to step away from this with everything that has happened to kind of just figure out if this is the right next step.
Do you think she would have said yes if SeungHyo hadn't already confessed?
I don't know.
Because she'd already admitted to being in love with him.
Yeah, still loving him.
In front of him. Well, not quite.
Well, not quite. But also, I think, because even before SeungHyo, like, confessed his feelings to her, she has a separate conversation with MoEum again of just being like, I have love for him because of it.
She's in love with him.
But yeah, not being in love. And she's like, and even MoEum is being like, okay, so you're taking steps away from this, then I don't have to worry about you. And this is before she gets the confession from SeungHyo. So I don't think she...
You don't think she would have said yes?
I don't think she would have said yes. I think in a situation where that could have been something that she is if he had waited longer, rather than her being home for like 2 months and everything's still so fresh that she hasn't...
The fiance, you mean, coming home?
So, well, okay, so she's been home for like, what, maybe 2 months, I'm assuming, with the timeline. If more time had passed. If more time had passed in, you know, a multiverse theory here, if more time had passed, I could see her being like, I've had time to process this, there's been no confession from SeungHyo, like, I could see that, but I would want things to be in a different way of, I'm not going to work at that company anymore because I can't take the stress.
Yeah.
Or...
Man, I've never related more to a character in my life.
I figured.
Well timed.
I figured.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, I think if that's the way they wanted it to be, then it wouldn't be Love Next Door. So
it's true. Yeah, a character who deflects things with humor, doesn't like her feelings.
Has too many tabs open.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe that's why I hate this show.
I think that's probably why.
Maybe that's why it drives me nuts.
Because you're like, shut up.
Okay, let's go to Das Kiss.
This is after MoEum has learned that her best friend has had cancer. She didn't know. Like, she's coming to grips with all of this and, like, being like, she is okay, but I'm a medical professional. Like, I should have seen X, Y, and Z. And so she's not in a great headspace. And DanHo comes from behind and, like, to talk to her. And she flips him over her shoulder because that's her character. Is she's very much the...
protector.
Well, she always wanted to be a superhero when she grew up. Like, she was in love with, what is it, Iron Man or something? Like, Spider-Man, something. but flips him over onto his back onto the street. And so she helps him home because she's like, I did not mean to injure you. Can I please go buy you some medicine? Like, I'm so sorry. And he asks her, like, are you okay? Like, you seem kind of out of it.
A little more aggressive than usual.
Well, and just, like, because she was crying when he came up to talk to her. And so he had seen her crying, and he was like, are you okay? Are you good? And so she pulls the same thing that SeungHyo had of, like, I have a friend who has learned that their close friend just went, like, and had this horrible diagnosis of cancer, and, like, so he's being a listening ear for her and just being, like...
They have a lot of trust in a reporter they just met.
Well, and also part of it, because it's in the episode, her mom starts watching Youngdu, the daughter. So, like, they kind of have, like, this little bit of a relationship of the mom's now watching his child, and she's already obsessed with her anyway because she's like, that's me as a little girl looking for crop circles. And so he just sits there and he's a listening ear for her, and she asks him about Youngdu, and, like, and he kind of opens up a little bit about her mom dying, and, like, he's running into the hospital and is the one who has to identify her, and then is, like, realizing that he's like, there's a little girl, like, where's my little girl? And sitting outside of the room, out of the operation room, like, waiting for an update, praying that she's going to be okay. And so he's telling her, like, basically, like, every morning that I get to do this, this, and this with my daughter, that is a miracle coming back to me every day. So he talks about that, and basically, like, it's a miracle to have my daughter every morning and getting to do all these little things. He's like, so for the fact that your friend's friend is okay, like, that is your miracle coming back. And so she sits there and basically says, I wish, like, SeokRyu, like, she basically finally admits, you know, I wish I had known that SeokRyu was sick. But as they're having this conversation, like, he's also very empathetic and very sympathetic, and he actually is crying as he's talking about his daughter and the loss of her mom. And MoEum just, like, can't help but be like,
they're there.
Oh, and just grabs his face and plants one on him, and then stares at him, headbutts him, and runs to her house. Super grown-up response.
Yeah. 12-year-old MoEum won out on the decision-making that night, I think.
Oh, yeah. Because then she even comes, like, and, like, is, like, behind, like, her wall, and she was like, I could have thought that through. Like, he lives next door. Like, get it together, girl.
It's too late. There's no coming back from that one.
Because, the next morning, like, she steps outside the door, and Youngdo has come out, and she sees her, and she goes back inside because she does not want to talk to DanHo. And it's just like...
I can't imagine why.
And so as they go by, Youngdo just looks back, and she goes, why did she go back inside? And DanHo has no idea. So it's just Youngdo just, like, watching these two adults be children. End of episode 10. SeungHyo goes home. He flies back to the States. HyeonJun, thank you. I don't know where that name came from. I think I listened to you say it too many times that my brain was like, this is his name now. I told you, it's a pinball going on over there.
I was like, what? No, you're good. The things that have come out of my mouth today. Yes, so they have this weird, very, like, amicable parting where he's like, I'll throw in the towel on this. I can see that you have a lot of love in your life with just the people that
are
have
here,
surrounded you and can take care of you. Including that guy over there.
Well, because he watches, after her family finds out, they do a dinner, and her dad makes the type of tteokbokki that was made in ancient times before it was spicy. So it's the non-spicy version, basically. Yeah. And he's like, this is the only one that you're allowed to eat from now on. And he watches as she walks to her house with her family and her friends, and that's when he's like, okay, it's time for me to go.
Yeah, like, she's happy without me. So they, like, break up over the phone. They don't even break up. You can't even call it that.
Because they've already been broken up.
Yeah, but he is just like, cool, I'll bow out. And they have this weird phone conversation. And then she talks to SeungHyo about it. And he's just like, no. Because if you're going to break up with me over the phone, we're going to have words. So you go. So they, like, meet. He drives her to the airport.
He gets a text from the ex-fiance, and, like, bursts into her house, drags her to the airport.
Yeah.
To be like, you say your goodbye.
Yeah.
And then watches very jealously as they shake hands to say goodbye. But then he throws his coat over her so she can cry in the middle of the airport without being seen. And just, like, process everything that way. Which, I mean, a good cry, you process most things, so.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I mean, she's gone through an ordeal now in multiple ways. Yeah, I liked that. That was one of the... I mean, that's why we love SeungHyo, is because he's got a good head on his shoulders, and he's like, you need the closure. Don't leave things open-ended, because he's gonna come back with another ring. Like, you need to...
I'm not dealing with this again.
Yeah, if he comes back and we're dating, that's a whole other K-drama, baby, and I don't have time for that.
I barely have time to figure out what you're going through right now.
Exactly.
You're stressing me out.
Exactly. So I like that he did that. I think it's just a show of his character and who he is, and knowing people. Character of the hour. For me, it's SeungHyo.
I would say, yeah. And I think, again, I know I said it earlier, he's the only adult.
Yeah.
In this whole show.
Yeah.
For most of it.
He's, he did withhold for a while. But I think he was just so afraid of rejection. But then he quickly realizes that's not the way to go. So I think once he's decided that that's what he wants to do, I think he's a gentleman about it.
When he's not pushy of, like, he's like, hey, we're going to have a timeline.
Yeah.
And then, but I think even his response to finding out about her cancer diagnosis of just being like,
excuse you,
I meant that little to you. Like, you pulled me out of my dark cave. And yet you decided that it wasn't even worth
in your own cave
to let me know that you needed a flashlight.
Yup.
Yup.
Final thoughts.
I want yours first because...
Dude, I don't even know what's going on with this show right now. Like, it is so all over the place. I'm hoping that the next 6 are a little less that way. But then I'm like, it's going to be boring. You've given me so much plot in so little time.
If you don't give me the same amount, I'm leaving.
It can only go downhill from here. They were obviously going to see the cutesy things between DanHo and MoEum, how they're going to resolve this whole kiss, not a kiss, headbutt, assault thing.
Mature reactions.
Very, very mature. Just so mature. I do like that the family is somewhat acting like a family, now that we've kind of aired all the dirty laundry. And maybe it'll be a chance for the mom to just, like, chill the freak out and be like, my daughter is more important than my aspirations for her.
I'm trying to remember, but I don't think she chills out some.
She's always just a sucky character.
But she's also just wild in many other ways. I know that we get more of the mom friend group.
Not the Sook sisters, but the Lavender.
We will definitely get more of them.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because they all annoy me.
They are all a trip.
I'm just annoyed by everybody in this show. Except the male lead.
TaeHee oppa.
TaeHee oppa. I hope they say something like, maybe I could have played baseball in another life. You know how amazing that would have been? Low-hanging fruit, but...
I don't remember if I said this in the last time we recorded or anything, but they make a reference to a character that he played in a different show.
They already did it.
They did that. Okay, yeah, that was 1 through 4, because it was like, I don't remember. Is it Something in the Rain, I think? was the show.
Is that him?
And that was him.
The main character?
Yeah.
Because he talks about you don't speak about such and such actress that way.
Well, about his character. It was his. I'm pretty sure it was his
No,
character.
it was
in the
the
show.
girl.
But yeah, so that was his show.
Yeah.
And he was the lead in that one.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
it's been
I've seen
quite a few
advertisements for it. It always looked a little sad.
it has sad moments, but it's not an overall sad show.
Yeah. Is it kind of like When the Weather is Nice?
I haven't seen that
Park
one.
Min-young?
I'm sure I haven't seen that one yet.
Min-young. Young. Not young.
But no, I'm
waiting to like it.
I think
And
the
it's-
last 6 episodes you will enjoy it the most.
Not Goblin level, but I just am so frustrated by every single person that walks on the screen that I'm like, I don't...
What's wrong with Secretary Kim? Like the family and the way that they dealt with the childhood trauma.
Yes.
Maddening.
All of it.
Maddening.
I just...
Speaking of,
Yes.
I saw an article about the little boy that plays young
Uh-huh.
Youngjun.
Youngjun. I called him Sojun again. Yes.
So that actor, he's known as the Flashback King because of how many characters is he's the flashback.
We've watched 2 shows already,
But
of
like
the 5.
there's like, I would say, I don't remember how many there were in the article, but it's just like show after show after show. And
My ID.
He did a bunch of them like back to back to back. Like there was like 3 or 4 in 2019.
Yeah.
Like he did quite a few, and he was like, I don't remember how old he is now, but he was in When Life Gives You Tangerines. He's one of the flashback characters.
Oh, yeah.
So like he's
The Flashback Kid.
basically like
Kid Flash.
I think they're like the king of flashback.
Wally West. Kid Flash.
But he definitely has a very well
He's
done
got his
resume.
niche.
So
He's
that
got
was
his
just a
lane.
nice little
I'll be so curious to see if he continues into his adult life as like with acting, like what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Rather than, I mean, he would just be able to be like, okay, somebody can play me as a flashback now.
I wonder if he's gonna like take a break though, because at some point he's gonna be like a teenager.
He is a teenager.
But
Just
he's
about.
gonna be too old looking to be like the young version.
Well,
of...
yeah, because like the thing I saw was for When Life Gives You Tangerines, like he's like a middle school kid now. Like he's tall.
That's wrong.
And yeah,
I mean,
the one with King of the Land, he's in King of the Land. The bodyguard, the best friend of the king, his bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the young version, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, he did.
He's in everything.
He's in everything.
That's funny. Yeah. All right. Well, I want sushi. Like what you're hearing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any new episodes. We'd love to connect with you on our Instagram at the KDrama Show. For more behind-the-scenes content, be sure to check out our YouTube channel. Links are in the show notes. Thanks for hanging out with us on the KDrama Show with Ashley and Kim, and we'll see you next time.